Welcome back to Lessons in Property with me, Steve Hand. So last week I said to you that I'd come back with a case study and we'd go into a little bit more detail of how to get 100% finance or as close to that as possible. So this first case study is about a bridge to purchase. Quite often in this game, we'll use investors' money, but we'll also use bridging finance and development finance. And this is an excellent example of using bridging finance against the open market value. So just to paint the picture, the client came to us with a detached bungalow and it was worth considerably more than what he was getting it for. The reason being, because we do see these quite a lot, is it was a divorce case. So the value was 260,000 up in the northeast of England, Berwick-upon-Tweed. The purchase price 182,000. The reason it was that was because the client said, I found another property at 182. If you give me that, I'm happy to let it go for that amount of money. So the lender went out, they valued it at the 260,000. The client's buying it for 182,000. And of course, we utilised bridging finance that lent against this figure here, this 260. Not all lenders will do that, but quite a few will. 260,000, 85% is the maximum that the lender we went to would go to against that 260. Now, for those that know maths well, 85% is considerably more than 182,000, but the lender won't lend above the purchase price. So what we got them to do was lend 182,000 against this value of 260, but instead of deducting interest and fees off the 182, which is normally the way they do it, they added them on top. So the gross loan was circa 200,000 against a value of 260. So the lender isn't exposed to risk too much. They've still got a good margin of 60 grand in this property. And the client was doing it up, spending about £40,000 on the property, which is roughly all the money they had. So they came to us with 40,000 or so and said, can you help us out on this property? The bridge lends enough to buy the property with interest and fees covered. Their 40 grand covers the refurb and a little bit towards stamp duty and legal fees. The rest of it, we're only talking a few £1,000s they cobbled together. In the end, what they did, and they were planning to retain the property and rent it out, they did it up to quite high standard. They got the value up to, it was meant to be around 325, but because time delays had happened and the market went mental after COVID, the end value ended up being 425,000. So the client walked away with roughly £175,000 in profit. Not bad from 40 grand of your own money to get going, is it? And it just goes to show what you can achieve and make in property. Now, 30% below market value, which is what they came across here, doesn't happen every day, but it's more common than you might think, and especially so when you're looking off market, as this was an off market deal. My advice to you would be to build up your network of people, the people that can bring you deals like this, quality property sources, and look for those opportunities where you're getting a significant below market value purchase. Add your value to it and you'll be surprised on the margins that you can make. So next time I'm going to talk to you about 100% development finance. Yes, that is possible for loans typically between about 1 million and 10 million pounds where you don't have to put any money down. How good's that?